now, Lonzo Ball just have to get that shot up, and they'll be okay. And then, if you have Lonzo Ball, Rajon Rondo, LeBron James, Kuzma, and Ingram on the court at the same time, you have 4 ball handlers and 3 shooters and all wings. That team is going to give people some trouble. It's just the way if Luke Walton coach it correctly, they can give people fits. Like, look at that lineup I just gave. You got 3 ball handlers and 3 playmakers and decision makers, which can break down the defense and get to the basket. Then you got LeBron James, Kyle Kuzma, and Brandon Ingram. They can hit spot-up jump shots.
Hold up, but Rajon Rondo has a better field goal percentage last year than
he has a better field goal percentage, but
it's almost 20% more, it looks like.
Yeah, he was a rookie. But the eye test will tell you.
Well, 10%.
Ball shoots better. The eye test will tell you that. Rajon Rondo only shoots layups. So that's a misleading stat.
Oh, yeah, okay.
if Lonzo is taking threes and mid-range jumpers and Rajon Rondo is only going to the basket, his shooting percentage is going to be higher. That doesn't mean on the court with LeBron James, he shoots better than Lonzo Ball. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I got you.
So, but, again, that lineup I just put on the floor for you is going to give a lot of teams hell because those are all ball handlers. They all can create their own shot. Maybe not Kuzma, but if you got 4 players that can create their own shot, you can't switch or double team. So that's going to give a lot of teams problems. And then you have what's his name? Josh Hart and the guy from Indiana,
Lance Stevenson.
Those are 2 shot creators. So the team is predominantly made up of ball handlers and good defenders. So when you put in most of their lineup, they're going to be able to break you down off the dribble. That's going to give a lot of teams problems.
Mm.
So I like the Lakers team. It just depends on how Luke Walton coaches them.
Okay, did you watch football last year?
Yeah, I got the NFL package. I watch football. I watch every game. Well, I have the ability to watch every game.
So with the standing with Cap, with that whole thing, you're not for that?
I mean, I am for it, but I'm such a fan of football. I couldn't stay away from it. I tried to. Well, honestly, this is what happened. I just purchased DirecTV, and they gave it to me free for a year. So I watched it because it was free. And then this year I read up on it because when it's all said and done, I have some things that's different with the Kaepernick situation. Like, for instance, he took a bullet. He did a noble thing. But I am also of the mindset of we don't go to football games for protest or for political issues. They are kind of right about that. Like, the NFL is not the police that does that, and he used their platform for that. Which he just didn't stand up. The media kind of made it more than what it was. But at the end of the day, in business, see, I have a business acumen, so I understand how business goes. It's all about the bottom line. So if anything that affects the bottom line, they cut it out. That's just how business works. That's like saying if you own a hamburger place and the buns you're buying are overly expensive and you're not making money, you're going to buy new buns. That's cheaper. You're going to find a place that makes buns that's profitable to you.
Okay,
correct?
but of course, but as a businessman, as you just mentioned, if you're as is, everything is as is. We're here today, August, whatever the date is, and everything is exactly the way it is. As a businessman, would you sign Colin Kaepernick today?
It depends on if he can still play.
Let's say he's as good as we last saw him, but let's say he's still practicing, training, and he's only obviously getting better. He's putting the work in as is. Would you sign him with all the controversy?
No.
Oh, you wouldn't sign him?
No.
Wow. So there's 32 other.
Wow. There's no wow because at the end of the day, in football, distractions lead to losses. And the controversy becomes a distraction, which will lead to my team losing, which will lead to me not making money, which leads to bad business. So I wouldn't touch him. It's not a thing of black or white. It's a thing of business. If he can play and he can make my team win, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would give him a shot. Now, the only way you're going to cut the controversy out if you win and if you play. But the last time we saw him, he wasn't playing too good. So I only went off of your analogy of what I played from him as is from the last time I seen him. He went 1-5 the last time I seen him. And remember, he started being a vegan, so he lost a lot of weight, and he wasn't throwing that ball accurate. And if you really, really, really strip down the layers and peel off Colin Kaepernick, he was only good with Jim Harbaugh. That was his coach. So once they took the coach out and they brought Chip Kelly in, it was all downhill from there. Even Chip Kelly got hired. So it wasn't that, they fired Kaepernick and kept everybody. They cleaned house. They hired John Lynch. They hired Shanahan. And they got rid of all of that bad stuff, which is good business. This, again, people again will run with the news cycle and say, blackball and stuff, and it could be collusion, it could be blackball. But if I'm an owner, I got to do what's good for my business. This is $1 billion business, and once I start losing hundreds of $1 million, I'm not happy. I'm not happy. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
So again,
so you trying to tell me I should start watching football again?
I mean, that's up to your discretion. I mean, you got to look at it like this. I believe Colin Kaepernick watches football.
Wow.
I believe he watches football because when Kenny Stills kneeled, took a knee, Colin Kaepernick tweeted immediately and said he's down for the cause. So he knows, so that means he's watching. I mean, he's a football player. You can't stay away from that. You know?
Never thought about it like that. Okay.
Exactly. So, I mean, to each his own. Again, now look at it like this. They gave the guy from Philadelphia $98 million for the cause. So they did everything in their power to help. Like, NFL owners, there's only 32 of them. They're not outside killing black kids. The police are.
So what is there a better way?
All right, answer this question.
Yeah.
Answer this question. Is it the NFL's fault? Be totally honest and unbiased.
Is it their fault? What?
Is it the NFL's fault that all of these black people that got killed by police, is it their fault or are they to blame?
No.
So why should they have to pay for it on their platform? You just put it like this. Just say Trayvon Martin. Some black boy got killed by a white guy. The guy who got choked for the cigarettes. The I Can't Breathe guy. All
Eric
these
Garner.
people, right? Eric Gardner. Okay. I knew his name, but I just couldn't remember because I'm deep in conversation. Anyway, Eric Garner and all of these guys, Sean Bell, all these people that gets killed by the police, right? Now, you just admitted that it's not the NFL's fault and it's not their doing. It's not the 32 owners, right?
Right.
They lost you as a fan. So that means they lost money. So it's a million of yous that feel that way. But if you strip down to the core and say, and be honest and non-biased, you would say, I watch football for entertainment.
Yeah, but you gotta, but it's what they're doing though. Their response to it is not good.
No, they gave $98 million.
Yeah, but they're also penalizing and fining people.
No, they're penalizing and fining people for messing with their bottom line. If we pay you $100 million contract, we paying you to play football, not to kneel. Like, you're misconstruing the subtleties of the business. Like, the business is, I give you money, you put fans in the stadium, we sell merch, we get a TV deal, you play football. That's the job. That's what it encompasses. That's it. Now when you start doing stuff to make people not come to my stadium, people not buy my jerseys, people not watch me on TV, I'm losing money. That's not what I pay you for.
Wow. So you're basically saying
you're supposed to
you know what it was.
Listen to me. You're supposed to deal with it on a political level, like the assemblymen, the senators, the lawmakers. Go to Capitol Hill. That's where that fight is won at, not at a football game. That fight will never get won at a football game. Ever. There's no jurisdiction there. So why fight the battle there? That's not where the battleground should be fought. So again, you're putting the owners at the mercy of the public to take a side. And the only side they should naturally take is the money side because that's what they pay billions of dollars to buy those teams for.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
So he's basically trying to change the game, like implementing some new things that he didn't sign his contract for. In his contract, it doesn't say you could do all these things.
Answer this question. Would you protest at your job for Eric Gardner? What sense does that make? Just be honest. Huh? Would you?
You're good. Thank you.
It's not about being good. It's about reality. Again, why would you put that? And I have nothing. Okay, you said you're not standing for the American flag. That's cool. They hijacked the message. Trump did and all of that. But when it's all said and done, the owners are the one that have to take the fall. You see what I'm saying? Don't mess with my business.
That is okay.
Because you got to understand something. The NFL is going to they was way before Colin Kaepernick and way after. If you sit and look at it, right, I'm not saying their business practices is 100% like cool. I don't like the franchise tag, and I don't like the way they can cut you in the guaranteed money. Those type of business practices. But when you sit back and look at it, the NFL is predominantly 70% black. So this is an outlet for our young black kids to make money. Even though you know how I feel about athletes and entertainers we should prep our children to do more than that. But at the end of the day,